Alright, what do y'all want to talk about first? Do y'all mind?
What's up, Majin?
Do y'all mind if I eat koala no machi while we do this? Man. Do y'all remember seeing shit like this a couple months ago? Do y'all remember seeing shit like this? I withheld the person's name because they apologized after. But goddamn, people were saying some stupid ass shit a couple months ago, weren't they? These boneheads. So check this out. This is what I said earlier this year on my stream. These were my predictions. So I'm gonna grade myself on how close I got. I said SF5 2000 because it had been on an obviously downward trend. But the thing is, chances are, if you were still playing that game in 2018, you're probably still playing it in 2019. Tekken 7, I said I knew there was going to be growth. I had a good feeling there would be growth, but I was like, how much, though? Ultimate, honestly, man, I said 3,000 to 4,000. I'm honestly surprised that it didn't crack 4K. Because in my mind, yeah, Ultimate's, we'll show. Here, I guess, so that's what I said. And then these were the actual numbers. So check this out. My first impression. Let me hit the whiteboard real quick. This. 3492. The way I feel is this. The closest any game was going to get to breaking 5K was probably this game. And the reason why is this. If you think about the way SF5 started, it was essentially riding a big wave of momentum that Street Fighter 4 had built for 3 to 4 years. So let's pretend for a moment that my prediction comes through. They release SF7 next year on the Stadia, iOS, and Android systems. The problem with Street Fighter 7 is it's not going to have nearly the same wave of momentum to carry it into its initial year that Street Fighter 5 did. Skipping Street Fighter 6, you should check the archives. Listen, only scrubs play Street Fighter 6. Nobody gives a fuck about that game. Fuck the 6. We going straight to 7. I think this was probably the closest you were gonna get to cracking that, and it still came out roughly 500 entrants lower than what I thought, to be honest with you. But it's a hard call to make just because I was thinking, man, it could be, if you looked at the numbers for Smash across the board, even just looking at the JP tournaments, where that's another hotbed community for that game. They have 1,000-man tournaments with no money. No money. It's just like raw 1,000 people playing this game right now on just a given weekend. If you looked at the North American numbers, consistently around 2 to 2.5K, I was honestly expecting it to crack 4K at least. But it fell a little bit short of that. Hopefully you guys watched Offcast video. I think he added a lot of good conversation to the Sunday talk. And yeah, if you guys don't know, they announced this a long time ago. SF5, Smash Ultimate, Tekken, and BB Tag, for some reason, are the Sunday games this year. This format is probably more friendly to the people working the event, I think. And I think you'll see that reflected in how it works out. So anyway, I said 4K. I said 3 to 4K. It hit 3.5. I was close. I said 2,000 for Street Fighter 5. Damn, I was damn near right on the money. Tekken 7. God damn. 1885. That's pretty fucking good, man. 300, 400 man come up. That's nothing to scoff at. Sam Show. I said 600. Boy, was I wrong. What the hell happened here? I can't even explain this shit. But I can tell you why. I can't explain it actually. This is one reason why, looking forward, I think that Grand Blue could be equally as successful. Because I think Sam's Show, a game like Sam's Show and a game like Grand Blue, scratch a similar itch for me. In that they're very simple, very easy to pick up, and most of your time learning the game, heavy emphasis on fundamentals, combos, really easy to learn. You don't have to do a lot of research like that. But because that time investment is relatively low on those ends, it makes an ideal game for somebody who's here for, let's say, Tekken or Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. They can be like, hey man, I got a nasty Genjiro, I'll fuck you up with Genjiro, my fucking neutral, right? Everybody says that, my fucking neutral. I'll enter Sam Show too. There's no doubt in my mind this game is going to have insane crossover. And that's one reason why, especially if you were looking at the Grand Blue Versus streams, I mean, dude, everybody's playing the fucking game. I think it's going to have a similar kind of success story. Mortal Kombat, MK, I said 1700, underperformed a little bit, but hey, 1567, that's nothing to scoff at. Really good for MK. My question with MK is always, where are they going to be 9 months from now, to a year from now? But that doesn't really matter, dude. The game just came out. They were hot release at an EVO. They bring the numbers. Fuck it, man. Have fun. Go ham. Do your thing. 1191 for Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball had 2,500 play last year. I said it was going to get reduced by roughly half. I said 1,200. 46 short. I was pretty close. That's just kind of what it is. Even at getting 1,200 is a success, because just knowing how tough it is to do anything with this game is... That game's got it bad, man. It's really hard to do anything with it, man. Not just because of it's not even Bandai Namco. It's the other factors. Arc System Works. It's Shueisha Toei. When they're famous for having the death grip on their IPs like that. I'm sure any decision or anything that comes out about Dragon Ball World Tour, one reason why and I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just looking at it and just thinking about it, right? You have to imagine anything that comes out about that game has to go through like 30 or 40 channels, additional channels that other games don't have to go through. And that's probably one reason why it's so difficult to work with. And especially if they're old Japanese dudes that just don't know anything about anything. It's hard, it's just rough, man. But look, 1,200 people showed out for the game in its second year. That's a pretty big drop off. That's a 50% decrease. But hey, it crossed the 1,000 mark. You gotta put some respect on it. And yo, choo choo choo, the little train that could. Look at this shit, man. That's crazy. It came very close to beating Dragon Ball. But like I said, man, and this is one thing that I'm kind of tight about. Like those dudes on ESPN.com. The only thing that they'll look at this and say is no melee at EVO. I think that's really fucked up. I think that fucking assholes, to be honest with you. I think that's really fucked up. That's honestly how I feel. And I'm just being honest. Because this is awesome. This is a really good story. The fact that they put it in the lineup, fact that, look at all the shit people were talking about this game, man. This game came out when I came to Japan. Persona, think about all the games that have come and gone since this game. Persona and Under Night, the first version, released at the same time. I was playing both of those at the same time. It took 7-something years, but 7 years and some change, but it finally gets its chance. And the best part is the North American community was there they were there to ride for it, man. You got to give props to them. You got to give props to them. You got to give props to Shinobi and fucking Climax. You got to give props to the people that were riding for the fucking game, man. Straight up. Also, EVO announcement hype, right? How many people picked up the game since it became an EVO title? And like I said, man, it's fucked up. It's fucked up because the coin has two sides. On one side, I'm really happy that people just went to the game. Base level, I'm happy that you're playing the game. Cool, great, fantastic. It's a good game. I'm glad you're playing. Wasn't always a good game. It took them a while. It took them a couple versions to get there, but that's French bread. That's how they do it. What's the other side of that coin, and the side that I just can't ignore, is that, fuck, man, why did it take that for you to listen? It's just it's a weird feeling. I can't really describe it. It's not like I'm looking a gift horse in the mouth. It's not that. It's more just like I wish more people were a little bit more open-minded to begin with, That's all. For that to be over 1,000, that's fucking crazy, man. That's bigger than any Guilty Gear at EVO. Congratulations, man. Just straight up. Yo, just honestly, straight up. Tekken, Sam Show, Under Night. This EVO is y'all's EVO. I really wish I could have been there to ride with y'all. I will be there in a different way, riding for y'all, but I won't be there in my normal capacity. All I can say is, man, this is y'all's time, man. This is y'all's year. Go ham. Do y'all. Have fun. It's going to be great. I can't wait. I'm really excited to go. I just want to go and play. Soul Calibur 742, to be honest with you. I said 600. That actually performed a little bit better than I thought it would, to be honest with you. Outside Japan, Singapore, and France, I just don't see anybody really riding for the game like that. You don't see a lot of people making content. For Fighting Tuesday, we run a tournament. We have a 32-man bracket every week. But you don't see a lot of events like that, right? I could see the game maybe having one more solid EVO Japan top 8, not by numbers, but just by like the top 8 is usually really good, right? BlazBlue cross tag battle 6-4 at 640. That's about what I expected. Yeah, I don't really have much to add on that. Sunday, I said how I said how I felt a long time ago. I think, you know, you appease a lot of people and you look really good if you just give Smash the last spot. Because to be honest with you, the real money slot to me is the second to last anyway. Give it to Tekken. Fuck it. Let Street Fighter go third. Let BlazBlue open up on Sunday. That's easy to me. That's the one that makes the most sense and it's the easy one to me. Especially for Tekken, I think it would be really cool because if you have Tekken go second to last right before Smash Bros, you're going to get a lot of those people that come in that have not seen Tekken, right? They don't watch Tekken on a normal basis, but they're going to be in there trying to get their seats early. It's going to fill in the arena. And just with the way the game is, especially, oh man, if you get the right people in that top 8, the game is so naturally, the game and the people around it are so naturally infectious. Even Smash Brothers players will be like, damn, this shit is tight. You know? Lil Majin JDCR round 2, run it back. You know? Can you imagine? I don't like to do this. I don't like to do this because I don't like doing fan fiction before a tournament. But can you imagine if top 8 for Tekken 7 opens with Arslan Ash and Knee on opposite sides of, or if it's like Arslan Ash Kudons and then like JDCR Knee? Can you imagine? I think Tekken 7 at the second slot would be optimal to me, in my opinion. But I've been saying the hard part for them is going to be figuring out what to do on Friday and Saturday. Saturday finals suck because they're at the same time as other games' top 32s and top 16s. You don't want that. You want all eyes on your shit, right? That's what a lot of this stuff is about, right? I think Friday finals are actually more hype than Saturdays. And the reason why is, first of all, you get to be the opener. Second, everybody eyes on you. Yeah, Saturdays they're hype in person, no doubt. I mean, it's a final, dude. It's usually pretty good. But my point is, like, Fridays are good because it's the opening, right? And so that's why, like, previously they did like KOF 14 its first year. They did it Friday, and it was fucking great. It's fantastic. Because first of all, you had a hype top 8. Second, it felt like everybody in that bitch was all eyes on them. It was awesome. What game is Friday? No, no one knows. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, that to me is the hard conversation. Because what games do you put on Friday? You got 5 games that have to be played on Friday and Saturday. My thing is, does Bamco want both of their games on Saturday? Probably not. I would imagine they would want one on Friday, one on Saturday. So you're probably going to end up with Soul Calibur on Friday, if I had to guess. EVO Japan was the first real big stage for that game and had a really good top 8. So fuck it, run it back, let it open up. If I had to guess, it just makes more sense to do Under Night and SoCal, right? I would think. I think this makes the most sense, right? Just based off the numbers. Also game speed. Under Night typically runs a little bit faster than... same show, we don't have any proof yet, right? Or we have limited pool. But Dragon Ball and Mortal are definitely going to take longer. They run Under Night and SoCal on Friday. And then on Saturday, they do DBFZ Mortal Sam show. I would imagine. Yo, Lambert, I see you with the prime. Save me. In which case, Under Night to close out Friday night would be highly optimal. That would be perfect opening to the EVO. Perfect opening.